Hello. Let's try this again because I tried a minute ago and all the phones kept ringing. Please excuse the mess behind me. I'm doing my makeup in our upstairs game room with this big, huge mirror. So I'm going to start with what I do from start to finish. So it'll probably be a little bit longer than it normally takes me. First, I use some refining water with Monet. And I'll post the link to all of this in the links in the bottom, so that if you're wanting any of this, then I will you can order it direct from there. So the refining water is going to saturate my skin, but also help with my makeup stay on a little bit longer. Just makes it refreshed. And then I have a towel somewhere. And then I use an age defining. It's also with Monet. I don't know if y'all can read that. And I just do, I don't cake it on, just a tiny amount will do. It goes a very, very long way. I go down my neck. I don't know. Okay, maybe it's just me, but I've seen ladies that their face part looks beautiful, but I don't know, your neck ages too. So I do put it on my eyes, my nose. And then Monet also has an Instant Eye Perfect. I like it for puffiness and circles around my neck. I've noticed I have to shake it first to activate it, whatever the active ingredients are. When I first used it, I was like, oh, whoa, wait a second. So I just do a dab on my top, and it literally a tiny, 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 tiny amount goes an extremely long way. Oh shit, I did too much. See, talking about tiny amount. And I know, like, a lot of makeup tutorials that y'all see, they move really quick. So I'm going to try to be as descriptive as possible, because I know a lot of y'all have asked to go so that y'all can see how I do my eye makeup. I'm more dramatic. You can tone it down. Today I am going to do dramatic just because I normally wear dramatic. So, being a hairstylist, I don't know, I like dramatic, the darker colors, but I'll show you. So once I get all of, the face protect stuff, then normally I use MAC's primer. I'm out of it right now. So I had gotten this sample of Urban Decay's Optical Illusion, and I actually really, really like it. It's really thick. I mean, seriously thick. But once you put it on, it makes your face feel like velvet. And I've noticed that my makeup goes on so much smoother, and I don't feel like I have to put as much foundation on my face as I normally would, like with the MAC foundation. I use MAC foundation, and then I've recently switched because I wanted to try it to Tarte's Shape Tape foundation, and I like both. So depending on who's having the sale that month, will depend on which one I order. I do have both. Today I'm going to use MAC because that's what I generally use for my foundation. Some people, when you see the makeup tutorials, like, they do their foundation last. I do it before. So I haven't quite figured out the last. Okay, I'm not using MAC foundation because I guess I'm out of it. So I'm going to use it's Face Tape foundation with Tarte. And then I use those really cool looking brushes. Carla actually got me into these brushes. I used to use a sponge. But all with these and with this foundation, you just need like a tiny amount and it goes a very, very long way. And I just put it all over my face. Some people don't put foundation on their like eyes like I just did. I do because I feel like it sets in the makeup just a little bit more, like my eye makeup. It helps it stay. I know there's some stuff like Tarte and Urban Decay make it where like you put it on there and it's supposed to make your makeup set and not crease. Okay, I've tried all of the above and that's total horse shit because mine creases every time. And then it just looks like I have a whole bunch of makeup just in the crease of my eye. I have never had any good luck with it. Other people may have great luck with it. I just haven't. So, I have it and don't use it, to be honest with you. See, it only took maybe 2 drops to cover my entire face. And I don't know if it's the foundation or it's this brush, but I'm thinking it's this brush because it's the same way with MAC. And both foundations that any foundation I've ever bought, I always make sure it's max coverage. I don't use a water-based one because I feel like there's no coverage. And I know a lot of people use whatever that new Tarte makes it too. I don't know. I like max coverage so that it covers up any imperfections on my face. Let me see if I can move this light so that y'all kind of see me a little bit more. Okay, so eyebrows. A lot of people go get their eyebrows done, like the threading or micro needling. I don't do any of the above, because I don't have time to go lay there and get it done. And I know it's once every 3 months or whatever it is, but I don't have that kind of time. So I use eyeshadow to draw mine in. So right now I have Urban Decay's, one of their palettes. Oh, it's upside down. This one. And it's called Buck. The one that I use, this one right here, for my eyebrows. I had another one I used, but this one I've been using for a while. And then I just draw in my eyebrows. And this took me a while to learn, or like to figure out without them looking crazy. Don't get me wrong, there's been some times that even my girls they're like, Mom, why are your eyebrows so high? Well, one time it was because when I had Dysport done, she lifted up my eyebrows so far. But now I'm like, no, don't do an eyebrow lift. Speaking of that, when we're all able to go back to work right now, we're with this, mandatory stay at home thing. I'm totally missing my Dysport. I got some wrinkles going on. Y'all see how I'm starting to make my eyebrow? I gotta get situated. I can't do it in the mirror or in the camera. I have to see that mirror. So I know I'm not looking at y'all, but I'm trying to get it in the mirror. So I make the outline first before I shade it in, just so I can make sure they're even. Generally in the mornings, like when I'm getting ready for the salon, from start to finish, it generally only takes me about 30 minutes, but I'm not talking when I'm doing it. Everybody's still asleep. So this may go a little bit longer just because I'm talking to y'all and trying to make sure y'all are seeing in the... And then I just shade it in. And at this point, I don't worry if I make a mistake or get out of the lines, because I'm going to show y'all how to clean it up here in just a second. So my brush has a point on it. Do y'all see like where it's angled? I flip it upside down. You want to go with where your eye starts here on each side is what I've learned, or what I've always been told where your eyebrows should start. And then I point it, I draw my line. Do y'all see it starting to come in? And then I have a point where my eyebrow starts. So once I have that, then I just kind of go up, like brush up. And again, I can clean any imperfections up here in just a little bit. Same thing, flip your brush over to where the point is down. And my eyebrows grow differently on each side. So I try to make them look even. See, they're not even. This one's thicker than this one. It's okay. I'm going to show you how to fix it, so don't get frustrated. Like I said, this took me a little bit of time to learn, but I would rather do it this way than go get the needling done. Okay, then I take one of the eyebrow brushes and I go up, like push all your eyebrows up to blend it, and then blend it back in the shape of your eyebrow so you don't have any clumps or anything like that. And then just, it's a lightly brush, like don't hard on it, just lightly brush it so that it blends in. Okay, so if there's any imperfections, like this one is thicker through here. Sorry, I have Charlie. He's in my makeup. Lex, can you come get Charlie? Y'all see my favorite?
Have you seen this notebook at all?
No, I haven't. Okay, so take a Q-tip. I get it wet. And I go, then I just basically follow the line, but even out where there's no imperfections. You don't want your eyebrow, you want it to go diagonal up from your eye here. You don't want your eyebrow to go past that. See? Ta-da! Are they even? Okay, they're even to me. Okay. So, once I'm done with my eyebrows, then I start my eyeshadow. And today, I'm going to use mixtures of MAC makeup and Tarte. No, I'm not. MAC and Kat Von D. Believe it or not, I've never used any of her makeup, but I kept seeing, I use a lot of pinks and purples. I saw that she had this makeup palette, and it's called Lolita. I don't even know if she still has it. I hope so, because I really love this palette. But it has all my colors that I generally use. I don't generally use any orange based or bronze based a lot. I know Carla uses like golds and browns. Every now and then I'll use brown, but I don't ever use gold on myself. So I'm going to use a mixture of MAC eyeshadow today and Lolita, because I like both of them the best. So I start with my top, and I always use a very light, either pearl white or a pink or very, very light color. You want to emphasize. I'm going to use this one. I know it's upside down. I'm going to use this one. And I just follow my eyebrow, like a small amount through here, And then I kind of go up to where it emphasizes my eyebrow through here. And if you do too much, it's okay, because you're going to fade in. You're going to shade it in here in just a little bit. Let me see if I can do it looking in this camera. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, then I use a lighter color, like a pink or a brown or something along those. Okay, I'm going to use MAC's. Let me see what it's called. It's called Pleasing to the Eye. This one is the one I'm going to use today. Bless you, Lexi. Actually, no, because that's more brown. See? I'm indecisive too, people. Okay. I'm going to use Lolita's, what is this called? I don't know, the thing's written off. Okay, so I have a big, fat, pointed brush. It's very thick, actually. Okay, so I'm going to follow that. The lighter color pink I just put in. I do it with my brush pointed down to kind of give it, go into my eye. And I'm doing this makeup tutorial. Gonna do all my makeup and not have anywhere to go today. It's fine. It's totally fine. But then y'all will know how I do my makeup. Generally, I use anywhere from 4 to 5 different ones. I know a lot of people don't wear as much makeup as I do. And you can use any colors. You just kind of want to pick your 4 primary. A dark, a medium, a lighter, and then a softer. So I always kind of pick out a palette. You know, when you're going to buy paint and they have those paint swatches where it goes from light to dark. That's basically what you're going to do with your eyeshadows. You want to go from light to dark. And it's going to look crazy until the finished product. Save your brush, save that one, because we're going to go back through here in a little bit and blend through with that one so that you don't have any harsh lines. And I'll show you. Okay, I'm not going to use that MAC palette. Okay, so you see how I did this one first? I did this one. Now I'm going to use this one. Okay. So I'm going darker slowly. With the third color, I generally use hold on, I'm trying to find my brush. A pointed, like, it's a blending brush. And then I follow the crease of my eye. So let me see if I can do it here for you. Where my eye would, like where I open, you see? Follow the crease. I went too far over on that other eye into my corner of my eye. And if you make mistakes, just grab your Q-tip and just I pulled it out. Do you see what I did? Yeah. Okay. So now, I don't generally use these two colors because it has too much bronze in it for me. Too much orange. You see, I use this one a lot. I'm going to use it again today. I'll show you. So for this color, this one is called a defining eye brush. It's a lot more pointed on the end. It's not as, let me show you. You see how it's not as big as the other one? But I like the pointed because I can, I feel like I can work with it just a little bit more, especially on a deep color like this. So when I was in drill team and cheer, they taught us to do dramatic eye. So with this color, I'm only going to do like a quarter of my eye. I'm going to draw my line. Do y'all see how I drew the line? Okay, watch. Pointed down towards my eye. I'm going to blend into it. I'm not going all the way to the corner of my eye. But my brush is down. Like the point is down. So that, and I don't go all the way to the end of my eye because I'm going to do something else to give it the more dramatic effect. And you just kind of blend it towards the corner of your eye. Yes, it looks all crazy, but I promise it will look better. Same thing, quarter of your eye, draw your line. Do you see I'm not going to the end? To the end of my eye? And just we're going to draw it in, or fade it in, blend it in, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, there's hundreds of thousands of makeup tutorials out there. You can watch them all day long, and every one of us does something just a little different. It just depends on how you were taught, how you want to do it. What do you like the look of it? Okay. Now, I kind of clean off my brush on a rag. Now I'm going to do the deep purple. This one I haven't used a lot of because I like MAC's deep purple. If I can find it. This one. I don't know what the color of it is because it's worn out. But it's this deep one. I know that one looks just as deep. I don't know why I like this one a lot more. So I use the same brush. I just kind of wiped it off on the towel I have here. Now I'm going to point the brush up because I want to make the line right here. And I'm going to kind of fade in. Do y'all see where I made the line? And so now we're going up with it. And I'll flip it so that I can blend it up once I make my line. But I don't go as far in as the other darker color. And if you've gotten too much on there, blend it in like I just did. And do you see how I'm starting to get where the eyeshadow is like speckling? Don't worry about it because I'm going to show you how to fix that. Okay. Save this darker because I'm going to show y'all what I do underneath my eyes here in just a minute. Take a Q-tip, don't get it wet, but lightly go over and it'll pick it all up without smudging it. Well, I didn't do it lightly. You see all that smudge? But I'm going to show you how to fix it here in just a minute with Shape Tape. On this side I didn't even do a lot. Okay. Save that. Okay, Now go back to that second color that you did. Okay, I'm going to show you the second one, this one. Because now, do you see where we have a harsh line here and here? I'm going to show you how to blend it. Put some on your brush. Turn your brush sideways and follow the line. And it just takes that harsh line out, but also blends it nicely. See? What? And do the same on the other side. This, I mean, play with your makeup. We have the time right now while we're all sitting at home. So just play with it. Don't, it took me a long time to figure out how to do this where I actually like it. Okay, last step where I didn't put any. I personally love to use like more of a shimmery pink one. I'll find it. Hold on. That's not it. Okay. This one, since I can't find my MAC one, my girls probably have it. I'm going to use the Urban Decays. You see how it's almost gone right here. It's called Sin. And I can't find the brush. My favorite. Okay, my girls probably have. Oh. Yes, there's a brush in the Urban Decay, but you get used to using the brushes that you love. So I do my inside of my eye and just blend in. Y'all see what I did? Same thing on this eye. Ta-da! I keep having to switch my legs. I'm so used to standing that my legs have started to hurt a lot lately. Okay. Now I put my eyeliner on so that I don't have to do this after I have the rest of it on. You'll see here in a minute. Generally I use MAC's liquid black eyeliner. I am out of it and I haven't ordered it, so this one was a sample I got in a package. This one's Maybelline's. I used it the other day and I actually kind of like it. I like the point on it. It's like a sponge. I don't go all the way to the corner of my eye by my nose. I like my eyes to pull away from my nose because that's how I was taught to put on makeup. That, and I kind of have a chunky nose, so I want to make it look thinner. Possibly. See, so I don't and I do a very thin line. I don't like the thicker, heavier. You'll see a lot of people do like up on their waterline, like pull up there. I don't do that. I wear contacts, so it makes my eyes water like really bad. Oh crap. You see what happens? If you mess up, instead of redoing your entire eye, figure out how to make it work. Because that's more time and frustrating. And I go very close to my, actually, like right on top of my eyelashes. You see? I made it work. What? Okay. I don't do the bottom, and I'm going to show you why and show you what I'm about to do. Okay, when face tape first came out with Tarte, I was like, but I'm going to show you how to eye contour with liquid with the Shape Tape, and I'm going to show you. So I take like 2 levels lighter than what my foundation is. This one is an N2, so it's a light neutral with Shape Tape. I do under my eyes. This is going to help with any dark circles. Down the middle of my nose so I can emphasize it. I'm going to show y'all, don't worry. I'm going to look a little scary, but it's going to be fine. A little bit on my chin. Okay. And then I take one of those brushes again that I love. And right now I'm dabbing up underneath my eye. When you get here on the side of your makeup, you want to make a line, almost a line. So that's why I said if you're messing up on your eye makeup, it's perfectly fine because it's all fixable, meaning you can blend it later. And see, I got into my eyebrow, so I'll adjust that here in just a little bit. Once I dab, then I kind of press a little harder and blend into the rest of my face. And don't worry, we're going to fix it. I say fix, I'm going to show you how to blend this here in just a little bit. Same thing on the other eye. Dab, 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 dab. And then blend. Some people use a sponge. I'll show you here in just a second. You can use a sponge as well. I have one. I'll show you how to do that. I put the lighter right here to emphasize my lips. I told you I wear 10 pounds of makeup. Y'all weren't listening. Your sponge, you can get up in the corner and just kind of pat it in. I generally go over it at the end, but I'll go ahead and show y'all. Like patting. So that it's just a little bit more smoother. Do you see how it's already starting to thin out my face? That is the whole point of contouring. Like for me, I have this big fat round face. So I want to kind of slim it down. And I have this massive forehead. So I want to slim it down so I don't look like, one of those bobbleheads on your dashboard. Okay, same thing. I want like a little button nose here. So I pat. I do get very close to where I started my eyebrows. Round out by your eyebrows. And then just blend up. And you're not pressing down too hard. Let the brush do its thing to blend. Same thing with the chin. I want to emphasize my chin so that it pulls everything down so it looks like I have more of an oval face. So do you see how I'm kind of making like a doll? A doll chin? I didn't think about that until I looked up and I went, oh. So this you kind of just want to blend. And you'll see why here in just a second. I promise it'll all make sense. go down. You don't want to get this line, this cake line that you see a lot of women have where, oh, their makeup just stopped right here. You want to blend it in, but I'm going to show you how to blend this in. We did the foundation. I'm going to show you because I'm not going to my chin with the lighter piece right here. And I'll show you here in just a second. I'm emphasizing those cheekbones right now, but I'm going to emphasize it a little bit more here in just a minute. Okay, so I was using a darker Shape Tape like this, but I bought, when I ordered some more Shape Tape, they sent me one of these to try out, and I actually like this one a little bit better. It's not as thick. I don't like, they sent me the lighter color. I don't like the lighter color one, but I do like it for the darker. It's got the little sponge on it. I tried using it. I don't like it. This one's called Ablaze, but it's darker, and the thing is a lot different, but I'm going to show you what I do now to pull down my forehead, but it's also going to emphasize my tone, what I just did. Now I can create my nose. Y'all are learning all my secrets today. And I kind of do like a rounded, like button nose. Do y'all see what I did? My nose, my sides. And I didn't do it under. I did it right at my jawline. Okay. Now I take a different, it's the same exact size. I just have a different one. And I start on my forehead, dab. So it's not like a lot of it. And then I blend up into, I still have a towel in my head, blend up into the hairline. Have you ever seen those people that seen where you can see where they stopped their makeup? Blend it into your hairline. You always want to blend everything into your hairline or into your neck, so it's not like this huge difference on your, where you don't see that, we call it a cake line, that cake line. Do you see how now I've made my forehead look a little bit smaller, and I'll blend in this line here in just a second. So here, I go very light and follow, you see, follow my cheek. And I'm going to blend it in. Same thing with the side. And this is not a step that y'all have to do. I started doing it before. And then on my I used to not do all of this, and over the years I'll see a makeup. Now here, when you do this, you want to blend in, and I go to my chin, and then just blend. You know, you watch makeup tutorials like what you're watching right now, and you're like, oh, let me try this, and I just liked the outcome of how it made me look. Or how it made my face look. So, okay, on my nose, I've used the bigger one before, and it's too much. But I go, you see where my eyebrow starts? I go up through there to emphasize what I want my nose to look like without getting a nose job. How about that? And yes, we are all our biggest critics, our biggest fans, whatever you want to say. We all have how we feel about ourselves, basically. So now, you see where all the contouring is? Go back to your lighter color, the lighter one that we did, because now we're going to blend it. Where it blends. And it's just a light blending. You're not scrubbing it in. You're just lightly blending it all in. You're taking those harsh lines out. This is really hard to do with this in my face. And like watching the mirror and the phone, make sure y'all can see what I'm doing. Okay, almost done, guys. Okay, so now you're gonna think I'm crazy. Okay, you know how in those pictures they always look like they're glowing? Okay, well, I'm gonna show you. I use MAC's. This one's called Soft and Gentle. It is like this shiny, shiny pink. So let me show you how I do it. So I put them on my brush. I just do my nose and kind of go up a little bit. Do you see how now it looks like the light's really shining on me? And there's a portion of my lip. And just on my cheekbone. And now, bronzer. I told you I wear 10 pounds of makeup. I have bought every name brand of bronzer, and not my favorite. This one is the Physicians Formula, and I actually got it at Kroger. This one, and it smells so good. It's Sun-Kissed bronzer. This has been my favorite one, even of all the like MACs and Tartes. This one has been my absolute favorite. And it smells so good. So I just kind of do a little bit and basically follow the same lines that I did when. Okay, now I do blush. I have MAC's. This one's called Peachy Keen. I only like dab. Just dab just a little bit. Okay, now, remember when I told y'all to save the deep dark purple? So I take, I can't find it, a very straight brush. And I follow underneath my eye. I don't do my waterline, and I only go halfway through. Did y'all see that? Only do half your eye. Okay, then so that it doesn't like when I sweat, the purple doesn't run, I go back to that original one, the one I put way up here, and I just kind of line it underneath. And then through here. Line it. Like I said, generally it doesn't take me this long to do my makeup, but because I'm talking to y'all and trying to show y'all, it's taking me a little bit longer. Okay, so then your eyeshadow is done. Yeah! Okay, so now I put my powder on. And it blends it all in. I use MAC's hard pressed powder. I like the hard pressed. And then I just blend in. I don't do my mascara until the second to last thing. My lipstick is always the very last thing. And generally, I don't do my lipstick until I'm sitting in the truck, almost ready to walk in the salon. Is when I do my wow, I almost feel human again. Okay, so most of y'all know I used to get my eyelashes done all the time. And I loved them. I just do not have the time to do them. So to go lay there for an hour and get them done. So I resorted to gluing them on every day. Once you get doing it, then it's not that hard. And it takes a couple of seconds, and I'll show you. Okay, so I like the Ardell's. I use, it's the natural. I buy the 5 pair. It's number 105. Do y'all see this? You can get these at Sally's, at Walmart, Amazon, wherever. I had eyelash extensions for so long. It took me a couple of times to figure, or a couple of packs to figure out what number, which ones I actually really loved. I have some other ones, 110s. These are just softer. They're not as long, as thick, as voluminous. But when I used to get mine done, I liked like the 40 mink volume, like bust it out. Those were my favorite. So I had to find a happy medium. But so I use tweezers to take them off, because they are sticky on there. So I take it off. You see how I'm holding it? Sometimes the glue bubbles up like it did. Do y'all see it right there? When you take it off. So I just take it off with the tweezers. And then I use, I like the Duo with the aloe. I like this one the best. They just stay on better. So with your eyelash, if you're going to do eyelashes, I don't know if y'all can see this. I just lightly put the glue on there. Can y'all see what I'm doing? I don't know if y'all can. Just a light. You want to make sure you get the edges. Like that. And let it, I've watched a bunch of tutorials. They're like, let it sit for 1 minute. Okay, well, that's just way too long for me. So generally, by the time I do that, I'm like, okay, I count down from 10, like 10 seconds. So it does have a minute to start to dry, because it does dry very quickly. And then it makes it easier to put on. And I have to do this in the mirror here. Sorry, guys. I start where my eyeliner was, let it connect on my eye. Do y'all see? And then put it to the corner. I lightly touch it to make sure it connects with my skin. Kind of push in. Do y'all see how I'm pushing in? If you're gonna put on eyelashes. If not, you could have like easily just skipped to mascara. I'm going to show you how to do mascara. Some of the kits that you get come with this nifty little thing. It's got a rubber piece on it. It can help you put them on. I have never had good luck with it. I end up with my lash way the hell up here. It never works for me. But I do like the little rubber piece, because I go in and press it down just in case. Do y'all see? And then you do the other one. Don't get me wrong. There's sometimes I can't get this eyelash on to save my life, and it takes me like a couple of minutes. Okay, again, the next eyelash, because you want to go with one. It might look a little funny, but then again, I don't know. To each their own. When I'm waiting, I kind of do this to where it rounds it for me if it's not already rounded. This eye always gives me hell. You want to do it right on top of your, like you want it on your eye, but you want it on right above your eyelashes. See, I'm going to press it down so that it is connected to my eye. I've used some other glues. This one I really like. I've used some other ones that the moment it hits my eye, it burns so bad. So this one I like a little bit more. Once I have them on there, just to be sure, because I use a blow dryer daily, blow drying hair, and there's all kinds of stuff. I take the glue again, do a light, like I kind of brush it, another coat of glue, just to be on the safe side so they don't go flying off while I'm blow drying somebody's hair. Be careful not to squint your eye when the glue is wet, because the glue gets on the top of your eyelid, and all day your eyelid is sticking way up. So trust me, been there, done that. Oh, it drove me nuts all day long. Okay, so generally to get it to dry a little faster, I just take this thing and fan it out. And for the most part, they're on there. They're not going anywhere. Then I use, I actually really like it. I started using this eyelash glue when I was getting my eyelashes done, and I love it because it doesn't run. You know how a lot of mascaras throughout the day you have this black circle. I like eyelash glue. It doesn't go anywhere. So I use the Max 3. This one is same thing. So you see how underneath my eyelashes you can kind of see they're not as pretty. So I go up underneath to get my eyelashes and blend them into the fake eyelashes, so that they're all one unit. And I don't look like I have fake eyelashes on. You know how some people you see and you're like, whoa, way too big. I try to be as natural as possible, but with still my own little flair on it. And I even use this, the eyelash mascara for my lashes. Like I said, it doesn't smear like regular eyelash or mascara. And I don't have a lot of eyelashes on the bottom like some people have. Like my daughter has beautiful eyelashes on the bottom. So I kind of have to, you see me moving it back and forth so that I can kind of find my eyelashes. Ta-da! Okay, I'm going to go ahead and show y'all lipstick. Even though I don't generally put it on until I'm getting out of the truck. So we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so one last part, my lipstick. I'm Makeup Junkie. I love Makeup Junkie, by the way. I didn't think I would really like it. So, but this is just my lipsticks and my lip liners because I kind of change it every day. Most people are like, if you have dramatic eye makeup, you want to go lighter on your lips. Or if you don't have dramatic, you want darker on your lips. Wear whatever makes you happy is how I feel about it. Okay, so I have this stuff that I put on my lips that it plumps it up, but I don't know where it's at right now. So today I'm going to use a mixture of things. I love Max, what's it called? It's called Half Red. I'm going to use that, but I'm going to put on a primer on my lips. Yes, I use a primer on my lips. I can find the damn thing. Oh, I use Max primer for your lips. It does help set your lipstick in, but it also helps it stay a lot longer, so you don't have to reapply throughout the day. It makes the pencil glide a lot smoother. Okay, the Half Red pencil. I learned this off of a makeup tutorial with Kat Von D, and I absolutely love the dramatic look that it gives my lips. It's up to you how you want to, I mean, I don't know. I like the way it is, so she called it go over the mountains first. So now every time I put it on, I'm like, ooh, go over the mountain. I like this so I can see the curvature. My lips make a heart. Some people's don't. It goes straight across. Just follow, you see how it has the white line through your lips? Follow that line. Some people don't put it in the corners. They said put it in the corners. It adds more dramatic. So that's what I've been doing. Okay. And then same thing on your bottom. Follow the line. Do you remember painting or coloring the numbers? It's basically the same thing. Now, here's the part where I was like, what? Okay. Now she takes and colors this heart in with your pencil. Same on the bottom. So now, kind of gives you a little pouty. Take your lipstick. I absolutely love Urban Decay's, it's called Peyote. Do you see how it blended it? But it still gives a dramatic effect. I don't go all the way to the corners. I just kind of blend in where I just put those. Or drew it in with the pencil. And I don't, you know, you see, like, smash it all in. I don't, because I have that mountain. And the moment I do that, I'm going to get lipstick all up here. So I just kind of, without, like, really putting my lips all together. And I always put a lip gloss on of some kind. I don't like the sticky ones. There are a few out there that, like with Tarte and Urban Decay, they're just sticky. Like, I don't like sticky lips. At all. I recently came across Kylie's lip gloss, and I really, really like her matte. I tried Kim Kardashian's. That was a disaster and total waste of money. But I like Kylie Jenner's. It's the only thing I like of hers is the lip gloss. This one is called Bar. I like the matte look of it, but I go very light. If not, it takes over what you want your lipstick to look like. But it does set it in for a matte look. If I don't put on this last step that I just did, any type of lip gloss, or my lipstick comes off within like 10 minutes of me drinking something or talking or whatever. So I don't feel like, once I put this on, I don't feel like I have to reapply my lipstick all day long. But sometimes if there's a little too much, like right now, then I'll take a Q-tip and just do a blend. Yes, I carry Q-tips with me everywhere. Okay, last step. Well, I say last step. Generally, my lipstick is. I spray a setting spray. Just a couple. Like 3 sprays. Sets it in. Good to go for the day. And by the time I get home, I still have my makeup on. So it works. Okay, so tomorrow I'll do something, maybe tomorrow, I don't know, later this week. I'll try to do something else that isn't as dramatic, like color-wise. I know Carla and Litzy are going to do some too, so theirs won't be as dramatic. But for those that were asking for dramatic, here you go. Now I'll go do my hair. Have a good one. Oh, for anything that I have used that we personally sell at the salon, I'll put the links in the comments. So y'all make sure to like, comment, share. Definitely share on your pages. And hopefully I helped with some questions about your makeup.